Yo, what are you doing, bro?
Bro,
He's vibing out to that.
That intro had me get filled, bro. Let me tell you.
That's what we got for now until we get like a legitimate intro.
I'm with the intro though. Honestly, we don't
You're
have
with that?
to change it. We don't ever have to change it.
You're with that intro?
I'm with that intro, bro.
All right,
Where
bet.
I'm like, oh, this shit. I hit like 25 seconds. I'm sitting here like, all right, let me get behind this.
He's about to get sturdy for the live. Oh my god. All right, well, what's going on, everybody? It's another day on the Day One podcast. I'm your co-host Anthony. Twitter tag in the name. I got my co-host Kyle. Say what's up.
What's going on, guys?
And he got the Twitter tag finally as well.
Yeah, bro. We were sleeping last time, but we figured it out.
Hey, big sleep. Big sleep.
Big sleep.
Big sleep. What's going on? How we doing? What's up? We need that banner.
Yeah. Yeah. LA. Get on that.
Yeah, get on that. It's not the logo is pretty legit though, I ain't gonna lie.
I'm with the logo.
Pretty decent.
Let's get into it, bro. I'm into it.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. We're gonna start talking about some NBA stuff. We got a lot of NFL stuff. A lot of stuff happened in week 4. We're gonna recap that. We're also gonna preview tonight's Monday Night Football matchup. I know we made picks on it, but we're gonna go hop a little more in depth. Give our picks, give our bets, some bad parlay beats this past weekend, and talk about our team, the Birds, the Jets. Both got dubs. We're gonna get into it, but let's start with some NBA. The preseason just started. Basketball's just right around the corner in like 2 or 3 short weeks.
Yes, sir.
Cannot wait. A lot of stuff going down. I think we should probably talk first about the Phoenix Suns falling to the 36ers.
Yeah, the 36ers, bro. Honestly, you could take out the Kings. You know what I'm saying? Take out the Kings, put in the 36ers. Now we got some real parity in the NBA.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, pretty bad loss.
Yeah. Let's. What are your thoughts, man?
It's a pretty bad loss. I'm not really upset that they lost the preseason game to a hungry team.
Yeah.
That the last time we saw the Phoenix Suns it was Game 7 of the playoffs last year, and they got destroyed by the Mavs on their home court. I was hoping, you know what, preseason, we're back to being the underdogs, okay? The expectations aren't as high. They were a 64-win team last year, damn near the same roster. No Jay Crowder last night. But
yeah, he's trying to get traded.
Yeah, he ain't suiting up with them, which I don't understand why. I didn't really dive too deep into that. There doesn't really seem to be much there. I don't know. Dude just wants a ring.
I mean, can you blame him though? I mean, who doesn't want a ring?
I mean, CP's what, 37 now? I don't know, but yeah, I feel like in the preseason, I was hoping they'd come out with some urgency. I mean, it's not like they were playing a bunch of two-way guys. Their entire rotation pretty much played the whole game.
Yeah.
Starters all played 20.
Starters started. They got 20-plus minutes.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to take too much away from it because it's the preseason. But, I mean, especially what happened last year, I feel like you got to come out just guns blazing. You have to win in the preseason. You have
especially against a non-NBA team. I mean, we've seen the games in the past where you got like Russell Westbrook and the OKC Thunder. They put an NBL team or like an overseas team in a body bag by like 40 or 50.
Yep.
You don't usually see these teams get off one on an NBA team, much less the Phoenix Suns, who were a big Western Conference contender last year.
Number 1 seed, 64 wins. Mm.
It's crazy. Welcome to the NBA, bro.
Yep.
We got the number 1 seed last year losing to an NBL team. That is
Yeah.
crazy.
Mm-hmm. Good way to start the year.
I
Represent the.
think like you said, they just ran into a hungry team where like through like the first half, it kind of, and maybe into the third quarter, it kind of just looked like the Phoenix Suns were just going through the motions, and the 36ers, they came to play, man. They really came to play. But in that second half, the Suns did turn up the intensity defensively. I mean, they were always really getting good looks in their offensive sets, especially in the half court.
Yep.
I mean, when you have Chris Paul, obviously you're going to get really good looks because he is a literal on-court coach. So him and DeAndre Ayton were doing their thing. Mikal Bridges was doing his thing. D-Book was doing his thing in ISO. But defensively, I mean, we just saw the 36ers just throw the ball around,
Mm-hmm.
getting everybody involved. They're hitting crazy threes. And I feel like at times they kind of underestimated like their ability offensively. But
Yeah.
again, it's preseason. You're not really looking too deep into their scouting. But I mean, they turned up the heat, and then they still were there. I mean, there's not much you can do when they're hitting deep threes from the logo, like
Yeah.
30 plus feet.
Yep. I mean, I'm not too worried about the Suns because I think back to it's obviously a different team, but when you look at what the USA team did in the Olympics last year, they lost like 2 straight games in like the preseason in Vegas, and then we went on and won the gold.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that for me, where it's like there's just not enough care for the preseason, and I get it because it's a long season. There's plenty of time to build chemistry, plenty of time to get on your shit. You know what I mean? But no,
Yep.
I felt like it was a pretty bad loss. But I mean, there's nothing more to it. It's preseason.
Yeah, a lot of people are freaking out about it, saying that the Phoenix Suns should not be in the NBA anymore. They should be canceled. And it's just preseason.
Mm-hmm.
Just like what they say in football, man. Any given Sunday, anybody can win.
Yes.
That's kind of the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
You had some other stuff that you want to talk about regarding
Yes.
the NBA?
Yeah. A couple quality of life stuff. Tyler Hero got a bag.
The bag.
$130 million deal. That's 32.5 annually.
Wow.
I don't know what your thoughts on the contract is. I think he got overpaid by like $7 million.
I think he did get overpaid, to be honest. I mean, he's their sixth man.
Yeah.
He's a really good sixth man. I will say that he can start on a bunch of NBA teams, but
oh yeah.
I mean, I guess when you have a talent like that, I guess you don't really have a choice but to overpay.
Yeah, you got to
kind of keep the gang together. You know, him,
right.
Jimmy Butler, Kyle Lowry, big booty Lowry.
Yeah.
Bam. You know, them boys in Miami.
Mm-hmm. I mean, my thing with that contract is I don't think he's getting that deal anywhere else.
No.
And if he does, I doubt it'll be in a big market because I don't think if he were to hit free agency, I don't think the Knicks would have the money. I don't think the LA teams would have money.
No, I mean the Knicks didn't have the money to get Donovan Mitchell, but they had the money to give RJ Barrett the bag.
And Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, Jalen Brunson.
Yep. But I mean, I think you keep your talent, and he's young. He could grow into that contract, but we'll see. We'll see. What else do I got?
Yeah.
Oh, a little bit of Warriors talk going into the season. I think James Wiseman is him. Dog.
Timothy,
bro. He's him. We just saw.
Explain, please. Let us know.
Yep. There's like 20 points, 8 rebounds. I believe it was a block. Running up and down the court. He did it in like 20 minutes. My only concern is we saw this last year in the preseason and early in the year. He had 2 games over 20, I think, in the first 10 of the regular season last year. My biggest concern is health. He's got to stay healthy. Because if he does, it adds an element that I don't think anybody's prepared for when it comes to the Warriors.
Yeah. No, I agree. I would just say I kind of want to see it in the regular season.
Yep.
I mean, like we said with the Suns, I mean, it's preseason. They could come out and have like an 08 Celtics and start their first like 30 something games like 24-8.
Yep.
Something like that. You never know.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's just got to stay healthy. If he can stay healthy, stretch the floor, they as much shooting as they have on that team, they haven't had a big that can shoot like that.
Yeah, he's got talent. It's just a matter of health.
Mm-hmm. Last couple things I have, we got Ben Simmons, Kawhi, Jamal Murray, Damian Lillard, all playing tonight. We barely saw. We didn't see Dame much last year. Kawhi.
Are they playing in Brooklyn or are they playing in Philly? Is the question. The real question.
Tonight?
If they're playing in Philly, you better believe them Boo Birds are going to be loud and proud.
I'm actually not too sure where they play tonight. I didn't take a look. I was more focused on that he's playing. They are in Brooklyn.
All right. So
they're in Brooklyn tonight.
Probably not. Unless some Sixers fans travel out.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably good for Ben Simmons. You know what I mean? First game back in a year. Get his feet underneath him. I think he's going to play big minutes because he needs the conditioning because he hasn't touched the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to expect from Ben Simmons. I have no clue. We could get 29-9. We could get 9-6-6 from him for the season. I have no idea.
Yeah, we have no idea. That's the thing though. There's a lot of wild cards heading into this season.
Yes.
Definitely excited to see how they play out.
Yep. Agreed. I'm good on NBA.
Good on NBA.
Juicy stuff.
All right. Well, with that being said, let us get into our week 4 roundup. We had a lot happen,
Yeah.
A lot of things did not go the way that we imagined.
No.
I mean, let's just
let's get rid of the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Vikings, Saints in London.
Yep.
Kind of pissed me off.
Yeah.
A little pissed off about it.
Me too.
You want to explain the parlay?
Yeah, I'm going to explain the parlay right now. This is a bad beat. If you guys don't know what bad beats are in sports betting, bad beats are when you got a borderline lock and at like the last second it's a dud. It's a dud.
Shit hits
I'm just trying to find the bet here. Give me a second, y'all.
I've got mine pulled up. I'll tell you what.
Pulled up. All right. So mine was a free bet, so it didn't really matter anyway. $5 free bet would have returned about 100. So I had Justin Jefferson, anytime touchdown scorer, Minnesota money line, Kirk Cousins 225 plus, Dalvin Cook 40 plus rushing, Justin Jefferson 60 yards plus receiving, Chris Olave 40 plus receiving, New Orleans Saints plus 16.5 alt spread. I really like those alt spreads.
Yeah.
Under 61.5 total points. Minnesota to cover -1.5 in the first half, and the spread. We hit on all of these except the Minnesota spread. That was the one right there. And I wasn't even going to include it. I just wanted it for the odds.
Yep. The Minnesota Vikings, they were favored by 3.5 points, and they ended up winning by 3. They ended up missing an extra point in the game, which is god-awful. It's horrible. If they hit that extra point, we're talking...
It doesn't matter either way. They won't cover because they would have won by 1.
If they hit the extra point?
Yeah.
No, if Minnesota hit the extra point. They missed one. No, because that would have put them. That would have put them up 4. That would have been a win by 4.
My brain's not working here.
It's cool.
They wouldn't have went to OT if they hit the extra. It was in regulation that they hit the extra point. I was at work. I wasn't watching the game. I don't know.
It was fourth quarter. I believe it was on their last touchdown drive that they had. They missed the extra point. It was wide by like 20 yards.
Well, then yeah, it wouldn't have mattered either way because it was in regulation. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well, we're talking. Well, if they hit that extra point, Saints are down by 4, and
they got to go for a touchdown.
Yeah, they got to go for a touchdown.
So either way, yeah. So that was just a really, really, really close one, and we've had a bunch of close ones like that. That one just stung a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I should have. I was gonna put Chris Olave touchdown on there. I felt really good about it, but I was like, that's a little too risky. Should have had that one on there instead of the freaking Vikings -3.5, and I would have made bread.
Mm-hmm.
Go with your gut. So now we got that out of the way. Yeah, Vikings beat the Saints in overtime, 28-25. Some of these other games here, the Seahawks beat the Lions 48-45. What a high scoring game that is.
I told you, or I told you on the last pod, 2 babies hit each other with pillows.
Yeah, you were right. You didn't disappoint. Did you know that Detroit is number 1 in the league in points scored and points allowed this season through 4 weeks?
I did see that. It's crazy that they're leading the league in points and they're 1-3.
Yeah.
It's wild.
It is literally wild. And the streak of them being covering machines comes to an end.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, next one here on the list. Jets Steelers. Jets pull it out 24-20. You want to talk about that? You want to talk about that?
Yeah, we'll get into it.
Let's talk about that real quick.
I said on the pod, the last pod, that the Jets were winning the football game. I wanted the spread. I wanted the money line. And we'll look
you
at
didn't
that.
Get this. What?
I said when we were doing our
we did an alternate. It wasn't the actual one.
On the app. We could talk about that if you want, but the regular spread picks that we made on the pod last week, the line was -3.5 Pitt. So obviously the Jets covered because they won. I don't know.
They can win and not cover.
They did cover.
No, I'm saying you said they covered because they won.
Yeah.
They could not cover and still win. Like the Eagles won week 1 against the Lions and they didn't cover the 3.5 spread.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's beside the point.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know how I feel about Zach Wilson. I feel like every Jets fan's in the same boat right now.
I mean, how about the TD catch, though?
God awful in the first 3 quarters. God awful. Overthrowing people, spiking the shit into the ground. A little Philly special action out there. Caught a passing touchdown, but, you know.
You know where you got it from, right?
Yeah.
I know exactly.
I know where it came from.
You know exactly where that came from. You feel me? Come on, stop playing with me. But anyway.
It's weird because he has a terrible first 3 quarters against a banged up defense. And then he goes, what did he do? He went, and I quote, flip the paper. Got flip the paper. Dude goes 10 for 12, 128 yards and a touchdown, quarterback rating of 139 in the fourth quarter.
Just in the fourth quarter.
Just in the fourth quarter.
That is crazy.
How am I supposed to feel about that? I mean, it's great. I'll take the win, but if you're going to play shit football for the first 3 quarters, I don't know. I mean,
at least you know when he needs to get it done the most, he can get it done.
Yeah, I mean,
the quarter that matters, the fourth quarter.
I'll take the win, but the 2 picks were sloppy. Overthrowing guys, underthrowing guys, not getting rid of the ball quick enough. They didn't have Pitt didn't have too many sacks, but it's just you could tell he's overextending the routes to play. He's trying to do.
And that's why I didn't really want to bet on the Jets because I figured he was going to be a little rusty, and I didn't really know how to the extent of
Yep.
the rust. I mean, you kind of got lucky that
Yeah, pretty lucky.
he pulled through in the fourth quarter there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, it's a good win. I'll give it to you. I was wrong, and I said that on the last pod. I'm like, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Sorry,
Yep.
I'm wrong.
And another thing too, Kenny Pickett made his debut.
Yeah.
Um.
And they are also rolling with him moving forward.
Yes. Yes. He went 10 for 13, 120 yards and 3 picks.
3 picks?
Yes.
Damn.
Yep.
That's tough.
You could say he's 10 of 13 with 3 picks. The ball never touched the ground when he was on the field. You know what I mean? Completed every pass. Sometimes to the wrong guy, but it's okay.
That is true.
Yep. 2 rushing touchdowns. What a weird game.
Yeah, that is.
The energy in Pittsburgh definitely lifted when he came in the game. I feel like everybody's out on Mitch now, which I feel bad because I feel like Mitch never really got a chance because of Kenny sitting behind him.
Yeah.
He knew
that was almost the same. Well, it's not the same, but it's almost a similar situation in 2020 with the Eagles when they benched Carson Wentz and Jalen Hurts came in. There was a big jolt of energy when Jalen Hurts came in the last 4 games. Although they went 1-3, but there was the team was playing harder.
Oh yeah,
with Jalen Hurts at QB.
Mm-hmm. And the last thing I have, DJ Reed. May not have heard of him because nobody's watching Jets games. DJ Reed, cornerback, has given up 2 catches for 17 yards this year.
Damn.
Okay? No picks, which is fine because they ain't throwing at him.
Yeah.
All pro. He's an all pro this year, I promise. Hammer down on fans.
Down. Okay. All right. Okay.
All season. Let's go.
I like that. So yeah, they had a good win against the Steelers. Let's get back in. We'll get back into
what else we got
this here? Bears, Giants pull out against the Bears 20-12.
Saquon Barkley is him.
Yeah, he is. He really is.
I'm so happy that he's back and healthy because the league's better when Saquon Barkley's running the football.
No, for sure. I mean, they're not gonna beat the Eagles. Don't matter to me. But Saquon Barkley is an electrifying player. He is a superstar, and like we said in the last pod, he is almost a lock for comeback player of the year.
Yep, I feel a lot better about that today than I did then.
I feel really good about the picks that we made for.
Yeah.
I like them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I like it to make a lot of money, bro. Titans pull out the upset against the Colts 24-17. We can get into some stats here. Ryan Tannehill 17 for 21, 137 yards, 2 touchdowns. Derrick Henry with a $114 and a tutty. Yeah, man. He quieted us for sure.
Yeah. What's wrong with the Colts, dude?
What's wrong with the Colts?
Why can't they win any football games? Their roster is
I don't know, man. I feel like it's one of those things where like a team looks good on paper, but they just can't put it together.
I guess.
I mean, we us Eagles fans, we know that with the 2011 the Dream Team,
yep.
Which that's been a whole topic for discussion in and of itself. But I mean, the expectations for that team were higher than what they actually put out on the football field. I kind of feel like this is the same thing.
I had the Colts winning 13 games this year.
I did not have the Colts winning 13 games this year. You're on crack.
I just thought best running back in football, a top 10 defense, in my opinion. Shaq's been hurt, but
yeah,
it is what it is. Their offensive line's really good. Their weapons are lackluster. I like Michael Pittman, but
yeah, I will say they're skill players other than Jonathan Taylor and Michael Pittman are kind of lackluster.
Yeah,
in lack of a better term.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was one big upset. The Chargers here, they beat the Texans 34-24.
Get back.
Yep. Just like what I said, I like them to get back. They're a better football team. And the Texans they put some heat on, but ultimately the Chargers pulled out.
It's going to be an every week thing with the Texans. They're going to be
Yep.
They're going to just barely not come every week. Just
Yeah,
barely.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Browns get upset on the road by the Falcons 23-20. What happened here? Let's take a look at the stats. Cordell Patterson happened, didn't he? Jacoby Brissett threw for 234. Nick Chubb had a $118 on the ground.
Typical Browns fashion, losing to a lesser team.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like the Falcons don't know that they're bad yet.
Yeah.
They don't have a clue. They're still like, we got a chance in this division.
Yeah.
Which, as of right now, they do. But
yeah.
But I mean, Cordell Patterson, he's out indefinitely.
Yep. He's on injured reserve. And they look to Kyle Pitts and Drake London for their offense now.
Yeah. My whole thing is you can't rely on Marcus Mariota to get the ball in their hands. You can't.
Yeah. I still can't believe that when we had Chip Kelly as a coach, he was a Marcus Mariota dick eater. he was gonna trade like the team for Marcus Mariota in the future. God. Yep. Moving on here, we got the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys, as we all kind of expected here, they pulled out the victory 25-10 over Washington. They made Carson Wentz look terrible once again. A lot of people saying that he is his days of being a starting quarterback are numbered.
I agree. I hate it because he was always such a fun player to watch when he was in Philly, and he had like people sleep and all they think about is the Colts losing to the Jags and missed the playoffs last year. But he had an underrated year last year.
I mean, that's the thing with him though, because he'll put up good stats. Like he'll fill up the stat sheet, and you'll look at it like, he had a pretty good year. He threw for yards, touchdowns. The QBR is not too terrible. But in situationally, at times, more often than not, he's not making the right decision. He's not, whether it's killing a play or making the right read or whatever. There's just something going on mentally that, I mean, at this point in his career, this is what he is.
Yep.
And, I'm not sure.
Both your ankles on one play. Can't have that.
Yeah. He like Lord Brunson says, shout out to LB, man. He is one of the GOAT Eagle YouTubers. But he says he holds that egg till it hatches.
Yes, he does.
He gets sacked, fumbled, whatever.
You know how I think Carson Wentz plays football? Let me just show you, okay? Dudes, okay, let me get rid of this chair. Dude's sitting behind the pocket, right? Okay? He's thinking in his head, I'm in the backyard. I'm 6 years old, okay? And counting down the clock like you used to do playing basketball in the backyard.
Yep.
Oh, my God. 3, 2, pick.
Yeah.
That's what he's
doing. Except you can't do that. You can't do that in the pros. When you're like actually playing, you can't do that.
Yeah. 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. This dude thinks it's overtime.
Yeah. Let me tell you what, firsthand experience, that's the Carson Wentz experience.
Can't have it.
No. It's a shame. He is a phenomenally fun player to watch when he is rolling, but more often than not. And then it kills me too, because at the post-game press conferences they're asking about like how things went south, and he's just sitting there like he's like, I need to be better. I can help my guys and make the right read and whatever. Every week he's like I gotta put my teammates in a better spot. I gotta be better, and it starts with me. And then the next week is the same shit, different week.
When he accepts the backup role later on in his career, he's going to be sought after every offseason.
Yeah, I mean, he'd be a good backup quarterback for like
Yeah.
a stretch of games that you'd need him.
As a teammate, from what I'm seeing, just
Not good.
not good.
Not good at all.
For me, it's more so the motivation at the podium. You know what I mean? I feel like that's big. I like that out of a backup quarterback. I don't know too much about how he is in the locker room though. That's interesting.
Yeah, no, I mean, as it's come out now over the last few weeks, there's a lot of not good things said about him in regards to Jalen Hurts with the 2020 season. Rather that he would kind of treat the QB room as like clicky, and like him and Press Taylor and Josh McCown and they be like, at the cool kids table, and they kind of treat Jalen Hurts like the nerdy kid that nobody likes. They don't want to hang out with him or associate because then they think like he's weird or whatever. And he'd pretty much like he'd keep him on the outside looking in, and it's crazy. I mean, because you see how good of a person Jalen Hurts is.
Yeah.
Why would you ever treat someone that way? And not only that, but the reports from the 2017 season with him and Darren Sproles and a couple other players getting into it. Yeah. I mean, things aren't always what you seem.
Yeah, I forgot about
that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's tough when you're the guy, you get hurt, and then your backup quarterback comes in and takes your team to the Super Bowl. But I mean, that's pretty much what it is, huh?
That's a reality check for you.
That is a reality check. Yeah, it is, and it's taken Eagles fans up until like this point for it to really set in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Because now looking at what Carson Wentz really is, there's no possible way that he makes that run and takes us to the bowl and wins it. Like there is absolutely no way. Like there is, who knows, against the Falcons he folds, or against the Vikings he folds. You never know.
It'd be like backyard football. He'd be back there, first drive of the game, just going crazy, spraining both his ankles, trying to run for first down on 1st and 25. You can't have it.
Yeah. I will say though, that year he was playing lights out.
Yeah.
He was sensational. But in those moments where you need it, I mean, everything happens for a reason, and Nick Foles was him. And there's a reason why he is one of, if not the best, Eagles quarterbacks in Philadelphia franchise history for now.
Yep. Speaking of this, do you want to just jump right into the Eagles game since we're talking about them now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
You know what? I got shit to say.
Floor's yours.
I want to hear your thoughts.
You want to hear my thoughts?
I want to hear what you got to say.
All right.
I got to hear what you got to say. I'm just going to sit back for a little bit, and I'm going to listen to what you got to say, bro.
Like I was saying in the last podcast, I needed to see the Eagles under pressure. And what do you know? First quarter, they go down 14-0. And what do? 29-7 after that. Blow the freaking doors off. They're like, all right, Dougie, you had a good time. That's enough.
Yep.
I mean, Jalen Hurts is him. That pick was a little but off the receiver.
It wasn't a good throw. He shouldn't have made that throw.
Yep. A.J. Brown, Batman.
Batman.
I don't know if there is another team in the NFC that can beat them right now. I don't know if there is.
Not the 49ers.
There are still matchups I'm a little about, but that's, any given Sunday type ordeal.
That is true.
But hell, dude, they really put a hell of a game plan together. Trevor Lawrence, they forced 5 fumbles. Trevor Lawrence had 4 of them. Okay? Just beautiful football being played by the Eagles in a sloppy monsoon of a football game. You know what I mean? Miles Sanders, what do you have? He had 134 on the ground. 134
touchdowns, 27 carries. He's never gotten a workload like that, and he's been screaming from the high heavens to get the opportunity. And who knows? gets the opportunity and he shows why that he should be getting carries like that.
I do have one complaint.
I have some things to complain about too.
I have one major one. That 4th and 3.
That was one of them.
When you're up, you're only up 1 score. And you go for it. And it's not like they were deep in their territory. They were at like the 40.
No, they were deep in their territory.
They were deep. How deep were they?
They were in the red zone.
Oh, okay. Well, still.
Yeah, it would have been a chip shot field goal, and they decided to go for it.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, forget what I said about where they were on the field, but either way, if they're in the red zone, you take that field goal to go up 2 scores.
Yeah.
Against the Jags team that's hungry, that's playing really well. You know what I mean? I feel like you kick that field goal, but hell, next play, fumble, they get the ball back. So
Hassan Reddick. I mean, it just shows this entire team. The Batman thing with the wide receivers. It's not just the wide receivers. It's the entire team.
Yes, sir.
There's a new Batman that emerges every week. There's a new superhero.
Yes.
Hassan Reddick was a superhero this week.
Yes.
Did you see? There was the one play. He just absolutely threw the right tackle like to the ground. Just absolutely drove him back. Got to Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. All right. Your thoughts.
Insane.
Get into it. Get into it. Floor's yours.
I mean, how else do you want this team to how else do you want them to do it? How else? In the dome, pristine weather conditions, outside, in the hot, in the cold, the snow, the sleet, the pouring rain, a hurricane, a tornado, an earthquake, in a desert, bro, in the Antarctica, bro. How do you want this team to get it done? They're always going to get it done. Like, it is crazy. And then for the nerve for the Eagles reporters to ask Hassan Reddick if the weather played a factor in the turnovers, he was like, bro, we all had to play in that. That is not an excuse.
Yeah, that's true.
I will say the Jaguars came out with energy, and it was looking a little bleak for a minute, but Jalen Hurts said they were unwavered, unfazed. They showed why, and it made me feel so much better because they opened up like with their passing attack that's been working the last 3 weeks. Didn't work, so they decided to shift the entire game plan mid-game back to the 2021 second half of the year. What they know how to do best: pound the rock, give it to Miles Sanders. He had a career day, career highs in literally everything: yards, carries, 2 touchdowns. This is a guy who did not see the end zone once the entire last year. 2 touchdowns. Like, this team can beat you any way they want, through the air, on the ground, and the defense as well. They can beat you any way they want. And they also persevered through injuries, which was amazing. They had their 3rd string left tackle in the game. And they still ran all over the Jacksonville defense.
Yep.
They did what they wanted with them. And in the secondary as well, I mean, they didn't have a Maddox to start. Slay was out with the forearm injury.
Yeah.
So for the young guys and Zach McPherson, Josiah Scott to step up the way that they did, I mean, they did have their moments. They get beat, which is fine.
Yeah, they gave up a lot to Jamal Agnew.
Yeah, they did. That was gonna be tight.
I'm okay with letting Jamal Agnew beat me.
Yeah, but I mean, they played good for the circumstance. James Bradbury with the pick. I mean, insane IQ. He's an all-pro. He's an all-pro corner.
He is.
He's got 2 ints on the year. He's got half of like the entire interceptions we had all last year in 4 games.
Yeah.
We had like 4 all year. James Bradbury's got 2 of them in 4 games. I mean, there's so much to love about this win.
Yes.
And they're just going to say, like before the game, they were like, oh man, Jacksonville Jaguars, they're white hot. Doug Peterson's got him playing good. Now everybody wants to say, oh, well, the Eagles didn't beat nobody. That's not true. The Jaguars just put the Chargers in a pack last week. We talked about this on the last pod.
Justin Herbert was playing with broken ribs.
Doesn't matter. That defense, though.
Yeah.
It's a good defense.
It's
a good offense as well. They're a good team. A lot of, like I said in the last pod, a lot of analysts were like, oh, the Chargers could be a AFC contender this year.
Yep.
Jags put them in a pack. They completely shut out the Colts, who everybody thought was going to be good this year, but apparently not. But, but we ain't beat nobody. Now we're going to go to Arizona next week. I'm going to put Kyler Murray in a pack.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I know so, bro. I know so. I know so. It's double XP weekend this week, ain't it?
Double XP weekend.
Yeah, double XP every weekend. I will say, though, there were a few things that I didn't like. Obviously, the throw, the Jalen Hurts, the pick six, he threw it into double coverage. Zach Pascal, that wasn't there.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have went there. The Nick Sirianni, the fourth down call late in the game in your red zone. I mean, you could take the points. But, Hassan Reddick turned right around and got the ball back to end the game. I just loved how this team persevered. And it struck again. The second quarter Eagles. I was telling you about this. It's almost like when the Golden State Warriors open that third quarter up, and you already know what's about to go down, and you can't stop it. You just know what's coming.
Yep.
It's like a tsunami. You can't stop it.
They averaged 37.4 points in the third quarter last year.
Yeah. It's crazy.
That's a lot of points.
And specifically speaking, when in the peak KD era, when they just they might be down 20 at half and they come back like 30, like a 30-point swing.
Yep.
It's crazy. That's pretty much it's been the Eagles in the second quarter of games. They're just so good at adjusting.
Yes.
From the first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
It is insane. And they weathered the storm in the second half, and when the pressure was on, they locked down, bunkered down, got the win. So with this win, they answered a lot of questions.
I think so too. I think we'll see a lot more of the Eagles doing this for the next few weeks, but they don't really have any tough games coming up. Right now they're still my favorite, but I'll be even more confident when in week 12, when the Packers come to town, if they put them in a body bag.
We're gonna put Aaron Rodgers in the pack. The
Yeah.
Aaron pack.
Yeah, and then you got
the discount double check pack. That's what we're gonna be. That's what we'll be on at the link.
The week after that, the Titans ain't shit. You got the Giants. The week after.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, as far as the NFC in general, there's the schedules are very, very favorable.
Yes.
And it's crazy to think there's three teams over 500 in the NFC East. The Eagles obviously are 4-0. Giants and the Cowboys are 3-1. I mean, you got the commodes, but
yep.
I mean, everybody was talking about the AFC West. This is what they were talking about the AFC West being. But the NFC East, you got 3 teams over 500.
Yeah.
I mean, way too early playoff picture. They're in wild card hunt.
Yeah, I mean, the only game the rest of the year that they might not be favored in, it depends on how well the Colts start to play. If the Colts start picking it up in Indianapolis, they may not be a favorite. But that should be
that or the Green Bay game.
You're at home.
I know, but still.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's Aaron Rodgers. But
True.
I think we put them in a pack.
Yeah. All right.
That's the thing. I mean, after watching this team this week, go to spot Doug 14 for everything that he's done for the Eagles. Man, they line up the entire NFL. We'll put them in a pack. That's how I'm feeling right now. The only thing that could derail that is injuries, and we kind of got a little bit going on. Jordan Mailata, Slay, Boston Scott, Vontae Maddox, but Nick Sirianni did say that the injuries were not. Oh, and Isaac Seumalo as well.
Yes.
Ankle injury.
Yeah, he went down.
He's a very underrated guy. There's a lot of underrated guys on this Eagles team.
Mm-hmm.
You go down the list: T.J. Edwards, Seumalo, Marcus Epps. I mean, Marcus Epps has played like C.J. Gardner Johnson. Epps has played like every snap.
Yeah, he's been on the field a lot.
Yeah, he's been very good for us. But yeah, Nick said that a lot of those injuries aren't really major and they should be good to go for the Cardinals game. So I'm not stressing about it. We just got to keep our guys healthy. That's the main thing with the football season. You know, you're gonna have nagging stuff, but if they stay healthy and they keep their key guys, put the whole league in a pack.
Yep, you'll be every team's going to be missing somebody come playoff time. You just have to hope it's. I mean, I don't want to say the right people, but if it's the right people,
yeah. Yep. No, I agree. And this man right here is the MVP.
Yeah.
Bar none. None. It is hurt season.
Runner up.
I don't know about that, bro.
Runner up.
I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that. But yeah, I think this is definitely a statement win. Yep. A lot of people aren't really going to think that's the case. But there was a lot to prove with this win, and we proved a lot with this win.
Yeah, it's a statement game because you beat a hungry Jags team that everybody's hyping up.
Yeah,
and you faced adversity.
Yeah, and then the storylines with former Eagles continue next week.
All right, what do we got next?
Yeah, let's move back into Sorry about that. All right, we'll move back into the rest of this roundup. Bills, big 17-point comeback against the Ravens on the road. They beat them 23-20.
Not as good as a game as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Lamar Jackson is going to get paid. Josh Allen is really good at football.
Yeah.
I didn't really take the only thing I took away from that game was the Ravens secondary played a little bit better. That was it. J.K. Dobbins looks completely healthy after his ACL last year.
Yeah. Next one here. Arizona beats the Panthers on the road 26-16. That's one that I had that you called me crazy for, but some things just don't make sense. They won.
I didn't call you crazy. You
did. You're like, bro, this does not make sense. They're missing all of their wide receivers. How are they going to win this football game?
Yeah, put me on blast.
They won the football game, bro.
They won a football game. I think I buy a little bit too much stock because I have faith in Baker and I love Christian McCaffrey, but neither of them have been really on shit. So
yeah. Next one here. Raiders beat the Broncos at home 32-23. Finally, not winless. They got that first win that we all were hoping and praying for. We kind of saw this one coming with the Broncos the Broncos offense, I mean.
Yeah. I mean, Russell Wilson played pretty well.
Yeah, he did.
You lose Javonte Williams. He's out.
Torn ACL, out for the year.
Yep. I mean, I just think it all came down to Raiders were at home and they're not bad enough to be 0-4.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. They've been having a string of bad luck.
Josh Jacobs finally has a good game since his rookie year.
Yep. And hey, who knows? Maybe this is the one shot they got to go into, put a couple games together and get back to 500.
They're not making the playoffs, right?
The Raiders?
Yeah. No, I don't think.
Never know.
I don't think so. I don't.
Never know. I mean, hey, the Eagles last year they started 2-6 and they made the playoffs.
Yeah, but did they win a division?
No.
Okay. Well, yeah, they could sneak in with a wild card. I just think there's too many good teams in the AFC.
Yep. Yeah, no, I agree. But anything could happen. It's only week 5. We're coming to week 5. Patriots losing on the road against the Packers 27-24 in overtime. This one I kind of called out for it to be a little closer than what Vegas sought it to be.
Yeah, that was a good pick by you.
Yeah. But they were down to their third quarterback. No McCorkle. Hoyer went out. They were down to their third quarterback and almost pulled one out.
Yeah. The Packers need to get better. They need to make a move for a receiver. Their rookie receivers aren't shit. I'm sorry. Romeo Doubs played good in the preseason. Good for him. He's not it yet. Randall Cobb's 800 years old. I mean, Sammy Watkins is dead. It's just they don't have shit. Like, I mean, if Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon aren't combining for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns, they're going to get beat.
Yeah.
It's just, you know what I mean? And it sucks because I want to see Aaron Rodgers succeed because he's, coming down towards the end of his career. But,
yeah, I mean, there's only so much you can do with the money that they have to go around, with Aaron Rodgers' huge deal. Yeah. So things like that, I mean, there's only so much you can address.
Yeah, but you can like, I mean, the deal that they gave Watkins was a little much. The deal that they gave Cobb was a little much. Like,
yeah.
They could have saved that money, or like, I mean, they've been doing it with one receiver for a few years now. You can't tell me they couldn't have gone into free agency and got a decent guy, overpaid him a little bit, had him play with Aaron Rodgers really well, and then trade him and a pick and make your team better. I mean, they're just – I don't know what to think about the Packers.
Or re-sign Devontae Adams.
What's that?
Or re-sign Devontae Adams.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they gave him the same deal that the Raiders gave him.
Oh.
Yeah, he just wanted to play.
But yeah, no, they sneak out with an overtime win against the Patriots. The Patriots, let's see here. They fall to 1-3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not looking good. Oh, and by the way, oh man, what am I doing here? Sorry guys. My computer's going ballistics. By the way, I don't mean to jump back here with the Eagles. Not only are they the best team in football right now, but they have New Orleans' first round pick, which as of today, October 3rd, is projected to be number 3 overall. Number 3. You gave the best team in football the 3rd overall pick is crazy.
Mm-hmm. How did they get that pick?
With the Saints, I'm trying to think here.
Did the Saints trade?
Oh, they traded up. I think they traded up into 13 or 14. I can't remember.
Yeah, because you guys had like back-to-back picks in the first.
We had 3 picks. We had 14, 15, and 18.
Yeah.
And they gave, I think we traded them 15 because the Ravens were 13, we were 14, and then we traded ahead of them to get Jordan Davis. And then we traded away the other first-round pick to the Titans for A.J. Brown.
I mean, not a bad trade for the Saints. They got Chris Olave out of it, and he looks like a guy. So,
yeah, no, Jordan Davis is definitely coming into his own here.
Yes.
And like I said, Howie Roseman is an absolute genius. In my take on it, I don't mean to get off topic, but just for the point right here. My theory with Howie Roseman after the 2017 season, I feel like he got bored. And he was like, you know what? I'm going to do this like Madden style rebuild because he gave Carson Wentz the huge deal.
Yep.
I feel like he's like, you know what? I'm going to do this Madden style and rebuild the team from the ground up. And he built it even better than it was before in 2017. In 2017, he got a bunch of vets hungry. It was like a win now thing, and it worked out. But our future after that was in jeopardy. He did it the right way this time, man. I mean, you got a great balance of vets and hungry guys ready to win now. And you also got your young guys, your young core signed for the next 4 to 5 years.
Yep.
I mean, a lot of them are, I think the oldest guy is Miles Sanders. He's like 26, 27.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It
You
is
know what? I don't know if
crazy
you
to
saw.
think of.
I saw this stat on Twitter. I don't know if you saw it real quick before we move on from the Eagles, but they also are projected to have like $36 million in cap.
Yep. Yeah, they got a lot. They got a lot to move. I mean, they got a lot of guys to pay.
Yeah. James Bradbury.
Bradbury, TJ Edwards. Yeah.
That's not
They got
Edwards though.
huh?
I think you can get Edwards back for like 212.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a guy that they're going to want to keep though.
Yeah.
He's been with the team for his entire career, undrafted free agent. Came from the ground up, and it's crazy to see that he's our best linebacker, but he is so good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean we'll worry about that when we get to the off season, paying guys who we got to get. But right now, man, is fantastic. But yeah, let's move on here. Enough of my birds. I love talking about my birds.
That's gonna be fun in the off season, doing off season pods. That'll be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I also have a pod. Shout out to my guy Ben Henwood. We got a pod. We're not very consistent, Broad Street Boys Sports Talk is our Eagles Sixers pod. We haven't made a pod in a minute, but that's where we talk birds and Sixers. We had some pods in the works about the Eagles for the off season, but I mean, we both busy with school and work and stuff, so I mean, we're not really consistent on there, but it is a we got some good ideas in the chamber.
It ain't gonna be like day one though. Day one, once a week.
A1 since day one.
So I'm gonna be on your ass.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Yep.
So yeah, let's get into the next matchup here. Well, the last one. Chiefs Bucks. Chiefs win 41-31. I mean, they spotted Tampa Bay spotted them a lot of points.
Yep.
And they came back, made it interesting.
I tweeted out on the day one pods Twitter. Follow, by the way, if you haven't.
At the day one pod.
Yeah, with the number 1 not spelled out.
Just like this right here. You keep talking.
Yeah. I put in the first quarter when they scored their first touchdown, I said Patrick Mahomes was just trying shit. And he had like 4 amazing passes in this game. I don't know if you saw it because you were streaming your racing.
I did I saw the 360 pass.
Yeah. Dude does the 360, moves up almost to the sideline, right at the line of scrimmage, and just flicks it like 3 defenders right into Clyde Edwards-Helaire hands in the back of the end zone. Beautiful. I mean, he's going to start throwing picks if he keeps doing that, but I don't know.
It's Pat Mahomes though, bro.
He's unbelievable. It's that baseball background, dude, and there's nobody that can do what he can do in the NFL. People were comparing him to Aaron Rodgers early in his career. Aaron Rodgers can't do the shit that Patrick Mahomes can do.
Nah.
He's unbelievable.
Patrick Mahomes is definitely him.
Yes.
I think, at least I think this season, Patrick Mahomes, you got the top 5 QBs in the league. Pat Mahomes, and in no particular order, by the way. Pat Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts.
Insert 5th here. It's a 4-man race right now.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. Pick your 5th.
Who would be 5th?
That's a good question. That is a very good question. Let's think about this right now. Who would be the 5th best QB?
I don't know if you could say it after yesterday, but Trevor Lawrence is playing really good football. He could slide in there. I mean,
over some Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers not playing good football. Tom Brady. You know what? No, put Tom Brady at 5. He's what?
That's what I'm saying. He put 385 up last night in a loss.
Yep. 2-2. He's 2-2, and he's literally been throwing to Scotty Miller and my cousin
Mike Evans.
Yeah, he's unbelievable. Yeah, he's 5. I'm sleep.
You are sleep.
Tom Brady. I don't like Brady because I'm a Jets fan.
You are overly bullish on Trevor Lawrence
He's
to
6.
say that he's
He's
better right now than Tom Brady, the
I-
GOAT of football.
He didn't come to mind. Tom Brady didn't come to mind. But
He
Tom
always
Brady,
has, bro. You're so sleep on Tom Brady. He's always got to come to mind. Bro, he won 7 Super Bowls. Only the greatest quarterback to ever play the game, and you're sleep, right? Yeah, bro. Get the pillow. Get the pillow. Like, yeah, the second year QB is better than the greatest quarterback to ever play the
I'm
game
not saying
of football,
how they're playing right now. I didn't think about Tom Brady.
like the game of hand egg.
Shut up. Shut up. You're making something out of nothing, okay?
I'm just saying, bro.
Making something out of nothing. But no,
So,
good game for the Chiefs.
yeah.
Clyde Blair has another 2-touchdown game.
Yep.
Travis
Travis Kelce said it's a get back game, and they got back.
Yep. Kelsey continues to prove that he's the best tight end in football.
Well, that's a
Shut up.
debate.
Dallas
That's a
Goedert is
debate.
number
That's a
one.
debate, bro. Listen, Tony Gonzalez. This didn't come out of my mouth. It came
I
out of
know.
Tony Gonzalez's mouth. He said that Dallas Goedert is the best tight end in football right now.
Tony Gonzalez is wrong.
No, he's not, bro. He's a tight end.
We're not all right. We're not getting into this because
Tony Gonzalez knows football. But yeah, no, these were the matchups for Sunday. Some good games. Definitely some that we did not see coming. I'm gonna definitely say that.
Yep.
Definitely didn't see these coming. But with that being said, let's get into the last game of the week, Monday Night Football. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, that one. Dun 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 dun. That one. Rams on the what?
Dun dun.
Dun dun. Yeah. Rams on the road against the San Francisco 49ers. We made our picks for this. What's the picks? Oh, before we get into this, actually, read off our picks over Sunday, how we did.
No, we can't yet because we got to find out what happens tonight.
Yeah, but so what?
All right, I'll read them off. Let me tally them up. Start talking about this game. Let me tally them up.
All right, yeah, no, this game tonight is looking like a really good division game. Obviously NFC West. These teams, I mean, it can honestly go either way. I mean, I looked at the last few. I mean, the last matchup was the NFC Championship game. Very close game. Could have went either way. The San Francisco 49ers definitely had a chance to make the Super Bowl, but I mean, that's neither here nor there. Yeah, these teams always play each other like real gritty. I do see a little bit of a revenge factor for San Francisco tonight. Just being that the sour taste of the NFC Championship loss is probably looming. And Jimmy G being back, I mean, he makes the 49ers a better football team. We talked about this on the last pod. I also like Matt Stafford and the Rams offense. I mean, obviously, he got the best, one of, if not the best receivers in football in Cooper Kupp. Playing on your outside with the immaculate chemistry that they got. They've been rolling. Tyler Higbee, Ben Skoranek stepping up in the absence of Odell. It's going to be a good game. And these defenses, too, they match up well against the opposing side's offense. I think it's going to be it's tough because my gut says Rams. I really, really like them as an underdog on the road, but it's a division game. San Francisco rematch of the NFC Championship game. They're looking for blood. Plus, they're 1-2. I can't really see the Niners being 1-3 after this game. Like, I really like them to be 2-2. It's a toss up. It's really a toss up.
All right.
So you got these tallied?
I got it tallied up. Okay.
So far.
Let me give you your flowers. You're currently leading. Okay. You went 8-6, and I went 6-8.
Yep.
Okay.
You know. Hey,
we'll continue,
hey.
we'll continue, and nothing's really going to change tonight because we both
Snaps
have
in the chat. Snaps in the chat.
nothing's really going to change tonight because we both have San Francisco at -1.5. So, but yeah, yep, you're in the lead.
Nice. Well, go through what we got wrong. Go through each one.
All right. Well,
'Cause obviously the records are different, so we differed somewhere.
yes. We both picked Minnesota. We were wrong. We both picked Indianapolis.
Indianapolis.
We both picked Indy. Wrong.
Wrong.
I picked the Giants. You picked the Bears. I was right on that.
Yep.
The Bills, Baltimore line was at -3, and they literally won by 3 points. So I gave us both the win because it was a push. And I'm sorry, I'm not tallying ties. I'm not doing all that. So I count that as a win. You were right on the Chargers. I was wrong on the Texans in that game. We were both wrong. Seattle covering Detroit.
Yeah.
I was right on the Jets. And you were wrong on the Steelers.
Not for the alternate though.
The alternate you got I owe you dinner, whatever. We both were wrong in Cleveland at Atlanta. We were both right on Dallas. You were right on Arizona. I was wrong on Carolina. We were both right on the Raiders. You were right on New England. And we were both right on KC.
It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We got to figure out how to make a graphic for this so we can put it up every week.
Yeah. We need a graphic person for this stuff. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Because I have a little bit of graphical design background, not too great, but I'm also super busy, so I don't have time to put graphics together and stuff like that. So we need like a graphic dude for that.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, no doubt. But yeah, no. What are your thoughts on this Monday Night Football game?
So
I gave some of mine.
I think I still like San Francisco to win since our last pod. I don't know. I could very well see the Rams winning. I think
it's a toss up. I really do.
Because
now I was looking when I was building, when we'll get in the parlays that we built for tonight, in case you guys want to hammer down and ride with the gang, the day ones. I was looking at the total points and the scores, man. It's close. It's very varied between how the teams are currently constructed, because it's the entire history of the Rams 49ers matchup. But you got to really look at the last like 3 or 4 matchups to kind of get an idea of where the game's going to go.
Yep.
And one game was 31-10 Niners. The other ones were like 27-24, 20-17. So I mean, it's kind of,
yep.
You know what I mean? As far as scoring points, I don't think they're gonna each score like 30.
No, I think Rams score 28, they win the game.
I think the Rams score over 20 points. I like them to score over 20 points.
Yeah, I think if they score 4 touchdowns, I think they win the game.
Yeah,
I think it might be a low score, but
because
no.
when I was looking through the odds and stuff, it was actually underdog for the Rams to get over 20 points.
Yeah,
which is very interesting.
I mean, they got San Fran's got a really good defense, bro. I told you were asleep.
Listen, bro, I'm gonna continue to sleep until they come in and beat the Eagles.
I mean, they are 1-2, but it's not an ugly 1-2. They had Trey Lance week 1. You know what I mean? Last week was a weird week. They lost like 11-10.
That was a weird week. No, they beat. Wait. No, they didn't beat the Broncos.
Yeah, it was like 11-10.
That's right. Yeah. Yep.
Low.
Yeah.
But no, I just like San Francisco because Kyle Shanahan always outcoaches McVay, even when the Rams win. And I think Matthew Stafford, in my opinion, has been struggling. He's thrown a lot of picks. I feel like Jimmy G still has his team on fire. You know, now that
the 49ers are a better team with Jimmy Garoppolo. I've been saying it. Yeah. He is a very underrated quarterback. And the familiarity with the offense, the offensive weapons that he got, with Debo and Kittle and Ayuk.
Yep. A lot of dudes.
Yeah.
Who would have known in the offseason with all the talks about Trey Lance, about how he feels about Jimmy, and all the trade rumors, and here we are, end of week 4, Jimmy G starting for the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah. It's crazy how things work out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I like the Niners to win a close, relatively low-scoring game.
Yeah.
If they can get the running game going. The Rams have been pretty good against the run. They've only given up over 4 yards a carry once.
Mm-hmm. Which is why I'm kind of like on the fence about the 49ers. Because their secondary isn't they're pretty decent.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a really good matchup.
We'll see. I like Allen Robinson to have a solid game. I really do. They don't really have much.
I also like Ben Skoranek to get a couple touches.
Well, he's always going to get a couple touches because he's Cooper Kupp's decoy.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, I think it should be a pretty entertaining game. I think we'll see a lot of turnovers. I think it'll be pretty sloppy. Decent amount of scoring. Come down to the last 5 minutes of the game. I think it'll be a pretty close game with the Niners squeaking it out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Although, man, yeah, I can't see this team being 1-3, but at the same time, I love the Rams underdog on the road.
I do too. The Rams have so much talent that they can beat anybody on any week. It's just I'm really putting a lot of stock in Kyle Shanahan out coaching McVay.
I mean, historically he has. So
yeah, and they're at home. I mean,
it is warranted.
They're at home. That stadium's gonna be rocking. Monday Night Football, Manning cast.
We got some good guests on, including Jalen Hurts, our one and only, the MVP of the season, Hurts season, Monday Night Football, the Manning cast.
He's got to touchdowns, dude.
Huh?
He's got to throw some touchdowns eventually.
Yeah, I know. I have money on him to throw over 22 touchdowns. I need him to start throwing touchdowns, bro. I feel like he can though.
He can. He can
definitely get like 20, 22 passing touchdowns.
They're just so damn good in the red zone while running the ball. There's no reason to. They haven't had a reason to. Yep. I mean, if they get like a penalty on like a 3rd and 4 at the 7-yard line, then they might throw. But other than that, why not run the ball?
Yeah,
because they're averaging like 6 yards a carry.
Yep, they're a really good football team. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't want to say it, but I'm here to tell you.
How do we get back to the Eagles?
I don't know, bro. Because Jalen Hurts is on the Manning cast tonight. That's why.
Yes. Tune into the Manning cast. Manning cast is always fun. Steph Curry is going to be live. We're going to talk. I want to see what he has to say about James Wiseman because I hope Peyton and Eli ask questions.
Or I also want to hear what he has to say about Jordan Poole's pool party because I'm sure they're going to talk about that.
Oh yeah, Jordan Poole, go 6th man of the year this year. Don't sleep.
Yeah, listen. All you need to do for Jordan Poole to play lights out. Just have the baddies show up. Just fill the Chase Center with a bunch of TikTok, Instagram, OnlyFans models. He's going to drop all of the Golden State Warriors points and the opposition's points.
He might just go goaltending every time. If he ain't got the ball to score for the other team, he's swatting that.
It's gonna be like that commercial, the Carmelo Anthony commercial, where it's like Carmelo passes to Melo, Melo shoots, he scores, and the Melo's the coach, the Melo's in the stands.
Yep,
that's what that'd be like.
Mm-hmm. They get some baddies out there. I'm hoping for like 18 points off the bench this year.
Yeah,
that's what I think will happen now that Andrew Wiggins has solidified himself as a top perimeter defender in the NBA.
True.
I don't think they'll ask him to score as much. He'll be kind of like a Draymond Green role where, like, if you need a quick bucket, you give it to Wiggs. But like, I think I want them to play Jordan Poole without Steph on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, let's forget basketball. let's get back into this game.
Let's get into the
on
hammer down section.
Yeah. You want to talk about our picks?
We'll ride with the day ones here. Yeah. We got a couple. I personally am riding Darius Butler's parlay. I'm riding both of the Monday Night Football Super Boosts, them being Cooper Kupp to have 80 yards receiving, Deebo Samuel to have 80 yards from scrimmage, rushing, and receiving. That's plus 250 odds.
Yep.
I'm also riding the other one, which is Matt Stafford and Jimmy G, 200 passing yards, and George Kittle for 1+ touchdowns, just nice. Plus 500 odds.
It's very good.
I got 3 parlays that I put together myself. A lot of them are kind of like the base of them are pretty the same, pretty similar. Yep. My super safe one here. Oh, that's not that one. Here it is. Plus 305 odds. Matt Stafford, 200 passing yards. Cooper Kupp, 60 yards receiving. Deebo, 25 yards receiving. Jeffrey Wilson, 25 yards rushing. Rams, alternate spread, plus 10.5. Under 64.5 total points. And Cooper Kupp, anytime touchdown score.
I like
it. That is a $15 wager to win 60.
I like it.
My next one here, plus 808 odds. Matt Stafford, Cooper Kupp again, 20 and 60. Deebo for 50 yards receiving. Cooper Kupp, anytime touchdown score. Under 62.5 total points for the game. Tyler Higbee, 25 yards receiving. George Kittle, 25 yards receiving. Jeffrey Wilson, 25 yards rushing. Rams, alternate spread once again, plus 14.5. And then, we always put like a crazy one together, like a YOLO parlay, because why not? Mine, I got Cooper Kupp, George Kittle touchdowns. Matt Stafford, 225. Jimmy G for 200. Jeffrey Wilson, 40 yards rushing. Cooper Kupp, 70 yards rushing. Deebo, 40 yards receiving. Ben Skoranek, 25 yards receiving. Rams, plus 10.5. I like the Rams with plus 0.5 to cover the first half spread. And 64.5 total points, and Rams over 20.5 for the game.
I like it. That's a solid parlay.
That's a big boy. $5 for 450. You never know though. We had that big one last Monday with the Dallas Cowboys and the Giants. Nice little $600 payday. So you never know.
Yeah. We can't forget to mention we almost hit on the Chiefs game too.
That is true. Yeah, Leonard Fournette really screwed us there, and then my under. I didn't
bet on the under.
I usually like to because. Yeah, but that one was one of those. It usually hits, but that was the one circumstance that it didn't, which was whatever.
Yeah. Yep. All right, you want my pick?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, I'm only sharing one because this is. I'm going to take a page out of the Pat McAfee book. Yeah, give me a second.
Okay. Look, I'm gonna tell you. Oh, you got the hammer.
Hammer down.
No way, bro. You got the hammer?
Okay.
My God. I need a hammer so I can hammer it down.
Lock of the week. Though this is pretty nice. This is $75 Lego. Okay. It's pretty nice.
Oh, wow.
Okay. It's the lock of the week. All right. Here we go.
This is the day one lock of the week, folks.
All right. It's plus 769. Okay. $5 bet to win $45. Okay. We don't got a lot of money out here, so we don't be putting a lot of money down on these bets. But
That's true.
We like these. Okay. Here we go. Cooper Kupp touchdown. Matt Stafford 200 yards. George Kittle 40. Jeffrey Wilson to get 50. I like him to get 50 because I like him to get a lot of touches. Allen Robinson 25 yards. Cooper Kupp 50 yards. Hammer down. Okay, I can't smack this thing on the thing or else it'll explode and I'll get really.
That would not be good.
But yeah, dude, that's a hammer.
The hammer of the week. Well, we'll see how the hammer goes. Honestly, I might ride with you. You might have to send me that.
I need to get my aviators on if this hits. Okay, I got to get. You know what I mean? I got to get all fly over here. I got to talk my shit during the next.
Hey, that's how I felt last week when I hit. When I hit for 600. That's how I felt.
Yeah, I ain't hitting for a lot. We're basically all we're going to do here is we're going to hit that and spread that money around all throughout the next week.
Yeah.
Okay? That's
That's
a
what we did this week. Well, I paid a lot of my bills, and I had some money to spread around this week.
yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you got anything else?
Um, I don't think so. I think we pretty much hit on everything we wanted to talk about. Um, I feel like once we get some more people in the live, we'll take some suggestions. People want to watch live and give
Yeah.
thoughts, and we can talk. You know, if we ever have time at the end of episodes.
Yeah, for sure. We could also do like this would be a really cool idea. Like once we kind of get off the ground,
Yeah,
to have like a live call in.
live call
Seen
in.
a lot of I've seen a lot of I've seen a lot of YouTubers, the football sports YouTubers. They
Mm-hmm.
do the live call-ins,
Yep.
and they're pretty good.
And this is actually my first time bringing this up to Anthony. I wanted to get your thought on the pod. What if, so say like we end up only doing this once a week, but our just schedules don't match up? We could always do solo streams. Like if you want to do an Eagle stream or a racing stream one week.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, we could drop.
Yep.
We can drop like just regular videos.
Yeah, a lot
If
of
we
people
just want to break something down, like
give your Twitch some love because this guy's hell of an iRacer online.
yeah, well, a little, something like that. Yeah, twitch.tv/acroback if y'all want to hop in.
Yep.
Trying to get to affiliate status. I need 50 subs. We need at least 5 of y'all to be talking, chatting in stream.
Mm-hmm.
That's really the 2 that I can't really hit. Other than that, I can get the concurrent viewers.
Yep.
3. I average at least 3 of a stream. And I got a stream for over 8 hours, which is no problem. I was on for 3.5 hours last night. So,
mm-hmm. And maybe for me, if I wanted to do a solo stream, maybe I thought about a betting show for the NBA season.
we can do that here.
Yeah, we could do that here. We could do that here. I want to do, I don't know, because it depends on how much NBA we get into during the NFL season. But if I feel like
because it's gonna be kind of tough to really get into detail of both.
Yep. If I feel like there's a lot going on in the NBA, I might do my own shows through that. But hell, who knows how many times we end up doing this a week? I mean, we said we might do it once a week, and here we are 3 days later.
Yeah, we're doing another one. So, right.
And I wouldn't be surprised if we drop one at the end of this week, looking into Sunday, or even, I don't know. We'll see.
Recapping Thursday. You know what? That's a good little impromptu. Why don't we do that?
Do what?
Let's preview Thursday Night Football.
Thursday Night Football. I'm with it. Let me pull it up here.
Thursday Night Football. Colts and Broncos.
Ooh.
Colts on the road against Denver.
Oh, that's a fun game. Shaq's not playing, obviously. Jonathan Taylor's banged up, but he looks like he's going to play.
Yeah.
Who else is missing? They're also
this is definitely a get back game for both of these teams. They had really bad losses this past week.
Yeah. This is Colts. This is it.
Huh?
This is the game that the Colts have to win. They have to. They can't go down 0-3 and they can't go down 1-3-1 in that division with the Jags playing as well as they are. The Titans, who knows, they might, they're still
Texans.
And the Texans are always sneaky. I wouldn't be surprised if they split with them. So this is a big game for the Colts.
That is one would say a must win.
Yes. It's early in the season to say must win, but when you
look at the division standings, it kind of is a must win.
Yeah, especially when you were projected to absolutely destroy in that division.
Yeah, no, they were definitely the favorites by far. I think I don't have them on my division winner parlay. The Colts are dogs on the road though, 3.5.
The Broncos are a dog?
No, Colts. Colts are dogs.
Oh yeah, I'm not surprised. These teams are pretty much playing equal football. The records don't line up, but I mean, neither of them are blowing the doors off people. And
right. They're putting up stats, but
yeah, I want to dive more into it later this week. See how Jonathan Taylor's feeling. Check the injury report for the Broncos, but I think right now I'll probably I might take the Colts.
You son of a bitch. I was literally going to sit there and be like, you know what? I like the upset.
Yeah.
Because this is going to be a must win. Because what the Broncos are 2-2.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is definitely a must win for the Colts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't say that I don't agree with you.
Yeah.
That I like them at least at plus 3.5.
Yeah.
If not to win the game.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking money line.
It's gonna be a close game though. I will say that, and not to mention the injuries on defense with Shaq Leonard. I mean, the Broncos offense can put up numbers. It's just about getting in the end zone.
But they don't have Javonte Williams, so
that is also a good point.
But
But they do have Melvin Gordon. He is a very good
rusher in his career, 1,000-yard rusher multiple times.
Yeah, so I mean, who knows? Maybe they don't even skip a beat with Melvin Gordon, and
because he's been running well.
Yeah, it honestly could go either way.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we'll definitely get into it more. But
maybe we'll jump on for like a real short pod, just preview Thursday if we are really wanting to.
Yeah, or we could just make a video on it. No, we don't even hop on a live, just a video.
Yeah, and if not, we'll probably see everybody Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, probably Saturday.
Saturday's good with me.
Yeah, whatever. We'll work it out. We'll work it out. We got it.
Check my personal Facebook if you want to know when we're going live. Check my personal Twitter. Anthony, I'm sure will post something on his Twitter, and obviously the Day One Pod's Twitter.
At the Day One Pod, go give that a nice little follow. We're trying to grow. I mean, you see, we got a logo now. We're legit.
Yeah, what do y'all? I need to know in the YouTube comments, because I don't think we have very many viewers in the live, which is fine. Anybody that ends up watching this video afterwards on YouTube, let me know what you think of the logo.
Yeah. Oh, and also a big shout out to my guy Philly Mike for subbing.
Philly Mike,
20K with the Philly Talk podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Mike is an absolute dog.
Yes.
Fellow ABE. He is an ABE native. He's in the Lehigh Valley.
Oh.
We're in the Lehigh Valley. Yeah.
Hammered down.
Yeah, that's my guy, Philly Mike. I appreciate you subscribing. I plugged it in the chalkboard group chat that we have for the Philly Talk podcast, and I'm like I don't mean to plug, but I mean we've been going off about the Eagles on here.
Yep.
And they were like, yeah, no, we're gonna check it out. I'm gonna subscribe. So much love. Yeah, we're
All right, buddy. What do you think?
Trying to get it.
Anything else from you?
No, I think that's it for me.
Me too. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So let's close this one out. Another day, another pod with the day one.
Day two.
Yep. Another day, another dollar. We're gonna sit back. We're gonna enjoy Monday Night Football. Hopefully we make some money tonight. Hopefully you guys ride with us and we make money together. That would be dope. If not, hey, there's always next week. But yeah, with that being said, I'm your co-host Anthony. It's my co-host Kyle. It's been another day on the Day One Pod. We're signing off. Peace, guys.
Much love, everybody.